It's Debatable with Mark Gray here on MLBBro.com.
Anyway, what pitcher, the pitcher who stands out to you, had the biggest impact amongst the bros? Scoop, start that one off.
Bros or just in general?
Well, I want to say with the bros right now because I think we got some interesting pitchers that have done a few things during the month. I mean, I previously mentioned Marcus Stroman. He had one bad outing, but I got somebody in mind who had one bad outing. And if you take those two bad outings out, you got a 1A and 1B if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on Stroman. I was thinking, he has to, He, I'm not going to throw one bad outing against it because if I throw one bad outing, then I'm going to have to say, all right, I'm going to dismiss what, Garrett Cole is doing. I'm going to dismiss what DeGrom is doing. One bad outing shouldn't, take away from what you have shown that you could do. So I'm going to go Stroh.
What about you, Jones?
Well, I've been going Stroh all month, so I'm going to go with him still.
Yeah.
Because the Mets, they're fifth in team ERA, and he has a large part to do with that. His ERA right now is 2.25. And like you guys mentioned, his last start was rocky, but in his previous two, he gave up 2 combined runs, I believe. And one was at Colorado in Coors Field.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hitter-friendly park. So I think his overall impact to his team is why I'm gonna give him that spot.
Well,
and not only is he bringing that flair, he's rocking do-rags. He's leaving the jump shot there after he's dropping it in like a teardrop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is baseball. Let's make baseball fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
is fun.
If he wasn't on the team with DeGrom, he'd be getting all the conversation.
He would. You're absolutely right. And I was about to make that point.
You put that earned run average against a guy whose earned run average is 0.7. Come on, man. It's hard to get that attention when dude is throwing what DeGrom's doing. But you take DeGrom off that squad, Stroh is that dude. We're talking about him first and foremost off the top.
But I'm going to play shamelessly to the home crowd, and I'm going to say Joe Ross, and here's why. Just like you're talking about, if DeGrom and everybody else on the Mets pitching staff isn't there, the Nationals haven't had Steven Strasburg, and Max Scherzer is ailing and giving up grand slams. And take one bad inning out of his month, Joe Ross is probably up under 4 as an ERA. He could be even 3-0. He's 2-1. He's got the most electric stuff I've seen in his career right now. He's being able to locate the off speed. Plus, he's got control of the fastball on the inside of the plate right now. So to me, despite the fact he's playing in Southeast, I got to give credit where credit is due to young Joe Ross, because where would the Nationals be without him right now, given that they've dealt with COVID? Their offense is putrid right now, and his 3 big innings-eating starts, even when he got pounded by St. Louis, helped bail them out in a major way. So just by edge, I'm going to give him a little bit more of an impact than Stroman. But Stroman's box office, for the stuff that he says comes with him, that Jones was talking about. And by the way, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. A lot of people are comparing Ohtani from the Angels with Babe Ruth in this mythic type quality. I want to give him a new nickname so he can come hang out with us. Let's call him the Red Satchel. Because look, when I look at stuff like him doing with the bat and pitching, that's more Satchel Paige, or as much Satchel Paige as it is Babe Ruth. So to my brother Ohtani with the Angels, hey, man, keep doing what you do. You talk about the personification of the athlete that Jones was talking about. Man, come on, dog. He's hitting and pitching. And you know something? That's the wave of the future. And you will probably see more African-American players getting in double duty.
How long do you think it's going to last? Is this sustainable? I'm asking both of you on it.
I don't see why not. It was sustainable up to every level until you get to Major League Baseball. So why wouldn't it be sustainable if you put somebody out there and you train them to do that instead of coddling them to only be available and participate twice a week if you're lucky?
Okay.
Well, let me throw a name at you. Every time somebody brings up Ohtani, a name who I think of when I was growing up was Dontrell Willis. Dontrell was a pitcher and he could hit. Like the people, like just because he was a pitcher, maybe people didn't look at him like he really could hit, but he was a slugger in his own right. So if they say Ohtani, put some respect on Dontrell Willis's name as well.
True indeed. I mean, Dontrell Willis was definitely a trailblazer from the standpoint of bringing flavor to the mound. And I just think when we look at the, I guess the residue of that would be definitely in the flavor that Stroman brings to the hill these days.
Yeah,
but Dontrell was bringing that with the bat as well. Though.
Well, that's true too.
And it was like real funky with it too. Like he was like, huh. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in the context of talking about flavor in the game, let's not forget about Dion.
Oh man.
Oh, absolutely.
Not only did Dion go both ways, he still batted 500 in the World Series. People forget that.
He's the number one athlete of all time in my eyes. That's to me, Deion Sanders, number one athlete of all time, period, to me.
And that was a big factor, a big piece of content that we had in the month of April on MLBbro.com, because that's how we get down. Hey, Scoop Jones, thank you so much for your time, my friends. Don't forget, check out Scoop at ESPN and ESPN.com. Jones holding things down here at MLBbro.com. And then there's me, Mark Gray, reminding you, you're hanging out with Debatable, and you leave the stuff hanging out over the plate, we're going to take you deep. Deuces.
MLBbro.com, covering black and brown major leaguers.